cooler Kerl.
Hi guys, I'm Cara and welcome to my channel, Bairn and a Backpack. I'm mum to 20-month-old Ben, and it's a pretty challenging time right now to keep toddlers entertained, with us all being asked to stay at home and spending much more time indoors than we're used to. I've seen lots of people ask for recommendations on social media for toys that are engaging and keep toddlers busy for a really long time. So today I'm going to share what's really been a hit for our family from around about the 12-month age onwards, to my son now being 20 months old and still plays with everything that I'm going to talk about today. You know, every toddler is different, every budget is different, so I'm really just sharing today what's worked for us in the hope that it gives you some ideas, and also might be a really good idea if you're looking to buy a gift for a 1-year-old. We live in a relatively small space, we have limited storage, so it's important to us that the toys that we have are engaging, they have longevity, they can be played with in lots of different ways. We also tend to rotate Ben's toys so that he doesn't get bored of seeing the same toys every day. I'm also going to link below the times for when I talk about each particular toy, so if you want to skip ahead and look at something in particular, you'll be able to do that. I'll also link in the description as many of the products as I can in case you want to go ahead and check out any of the toys that I talk about today as well. I also am uploading videos every week at the moment of ways to keep your toddler busy, so if that's something that you're interested in seeing more of, please subscribe. So let's have a look at the toys which are a huge hit for us. My first recommendation would be some kind of posting toy. Toddlers love to post things, normally very inconveniently, down the back of the sofa or down the back of a bed, or at least that's the case for my toddler. Ben absolutely loves his shape sorter. This is something that interested him really early on, but obviously at first he was really only able to post the circle because it could be posted in any way, and then he gradually began to master the other shapes as well. What I really love about this shape sorter is that it can independently take off and replace the lid, which means he doesn't need any intervention from us in order to play with the activity and repeat the activity as many times as he wants. It's actually also an added challenge as well to learn to replace the lid itself. Even now at 20 months old, he still loves to play with this shape sorter and is actually starting to learn the names of the shapes now, so it's definitely a toy which has lasted for a long time. Posting toys are also something that are super easy to make at home. When I saw how much Ben loved posting things into containers, I actually made some of our own little posting toys using yogurt tubs and random household items. These are so easy to make and cost next to nothing, as all it requires is to cut some shapes with a knife in the top of a yogurt tub lid. First I started by giving him corks to post into a hole because they were super easy to post, and then when he mastered that I made him an additional one with a slit to put curtain rings in. I also recently added one with playing cards. Equally you could use used plastic gift cards, and it's a much thinner slot. This toy is amazing at keeping him engaged for a really long period of time. Pre-lockdown I actually took it with us to a restaurant, and it was literally the only thing that we needed to keep him busy at the restaurant table throughout the whole meal. There are also developmental benefits of posting toys. It helps babies and toddlers understand the idea of object permanence, so the object doesn't just disappear, and also it helps with fine motor skills and visual motor planning skills. My next recommendation is some form of building toy, and for us the big winner is Mega Blocks. We actually try not to buy plastic toys new, but my mum managed to get all of these Mega Blocks for around £7 second hand in a charity shop, and they have been such a big hit in our household. Ben will stack Mega Blocks for hours, although I think that his dad enjoys building just as much as he does, if not more than he does. In particular, he loves making stables for his farm animals. He also loves building a catapult with the digger arm and sending things flying across the room. I definitely blame my husband for this one too. We do have some other types of building toys that we quite like. Stickle bricks. I think they're now called bristle blocks. They were definitely stickle bricks in my childhood. And we also have traditional wooden building blocks, which I'm really happy to have a selection of building toys because they all develop slightly different skills. I feel like building toys are a staple in every household, and with good reason. They develop early math skills, they're great for hand-eye coordination, and they are just lots of fun. My next recommendation is slightly more obscure, and it's a Lockbox. Ben was actually given this by my brother for Christmas last year, so when he was around 16 months, and it's something that he's just grown more and more into. The idea is that he has to work out how to open the locks and latches to get something that's inside the box, or he loves to actually put his animals inside the box. He also has so much to learn with this at 20 months, and I'm absolutely amazed by the patience he has with it and how much time he will spend on the locks that he hasn't quite worked out how to do. You see him develop his dexterity as he tries to work out how to unlock every single compartment. Ben still hasn't worked out how to undo every single latch, so it's the continuous level of challenge which makes this toy really appeal to me. Pretend play is a vast topic, but there are a few highlights in our household. Animals or farm animals definitely top the list. We have Schleich animals, which I love because they are so lifelike. Ben loves to have them eat grass, go to sleep in barns that he's built, take them on walks up chair mountains. He's always been really interested in animals, and having these toys has really helped his vocabulary. We also use them for lots of different matching games, so they have loads of uses. These are so lifelike that their tracks are actually accurate. So for example, if we're playing with them and using Play-Doh, the pig will genuinely leave behind little trotter marks, so it's great for learning as well. The first Schleich farm animals that we actually had used to be my husband's, so we found them when we were out visiting my father-in-law in Germany, just around when Ben turned 12 months old. We brought them back with us, and we've slowly added to his collection when we realised how much of a hit they were. Play food is the next item I'd really like to mention. We don't have enough space at the moment for a play kitchen, but we still do have play food. Ben in general is really involved in the kitchen with us, early mixing, chopping, topping, and he loves to recreate this with his play food. He particularly likes to use his little wooden knife to cut up the foods, which are stuck together with Velcro, and pretend to make sips, make toast. He creates some very interesting combinations, so yesterday he made me egg and honey, but again it's something which has been super for his vocabulary and something which he plays with very independently. And finally, for small world play, a playhouse. Ben just received a Playmobil 123 house for his Easter, and he really loves it. He loves creating his daily routine with the characters, from using the potty to cooking and going to bed. He's even decided that particular characters are members of our family, so he has a Playmobil Mummy and a Playmobil Ben. We also added a little play park, again something he knows well, and a little bus, which has been a big hit as well. He plays with this again very independently for a very long time. It's worth noting that all of my pretend play suggestions are based in the real world, and this makes it so powerful. Ben's able to recreate what he does every day in his own small world. And my toddler is obsessed with puzzles. He started around the 12-month mark with very chunky wooden puzzles, and then slowly progressed to wooden puzzles with small little handles. Most of these are actually picked up by us in charity shops second hand, and they are still great quality. Then he moved on to more traditional 2-3-piece puzzles. These ones from Orchard Toys are great. Ben actually then saw some jigsaws at my mum's house, which were meant for my nephew, who's quite a bit older than him, and he was just so keen to do those as well, and we realised that he's very capable of doing larger jigsaws, so we've since acquired him a whole range. This one, for example, is a 9-piece jigsaw, and it only cost £1 from Tesco's. I feel like this puzzle from Big Jigs deserves a special mention because it adds a whole other element of challenge to it, and it's been great for learning the body parts of animals from hooves to udder, so it's been super for vocabulary as well. Puzzles are something that he enjoys doing independently. They're great for hand-eye coordination, and I also think that jigsaws make the best inexpensive gift. And we have stickers. We actually bought Ben his first ever sticker book when we went on a long haul flight to New Zealand when he was around 15 months old, and he has been hooked on stickers ever since. You can pick up some really inexpensive sticker books, like this one came from The Works. The Works is great for that, but we've recently invested in some reusable stickers. This is Ben with his ocean stickers, which we just got for him recently, and he loves to peel them back off, re-stick them. They are really great for his fine motor skills and his vocabulary. Sometimes now I'm even looking up the names of some of these sea creatures, and this week, for example, he even named an orca.
Yeah.
What's that?
Orca.
An orca?
Yeah.
At 20 months, he definitely still does need a little bit of help to peel the stickers off initially, but it's a really nice chilled activity to do together and will easily keep him engaged for 45 minutes plus. Stacking toys are a staple toy seen in playrooms across the globe. We have 3 different types of stacking toy that we use in slightly different ways. From just before 12 months, Ben really started to love this Melissa and Doug rainbow stacker, and he's continued to really enjoy using it and repeats this activity again and again and again. He was able to put the rings on pretty early, but the ball on the top provided an additional challenge. They can stack it vertically, you can also hold it on its side so they can stack horizontally, and it still has some life left in it because he hasn't yet worked out how to stack it by size. Stacking cups are so inexpensive and can be played with in so many ways. They're actually a favourite bath toy for us. Initially, when he was much younger, he just loved for us to build them up so that he could knock them down, but now he really loves to stack them inside one another. He also does put them on top of one another, but again he hasn't quite mastered stacking by size yet without some help, but he continues to enjoy playing and learning with them. Finally, we have a weighted stacker called a Toddlers Neo. This adds a different element again, and it almost self-corrects stacking in size because they have to be balanced in order to make them stack. He loves to watch these topple, spin them, and they do look and feel amazing. This one for me is super for developing coordination and visual spatial skills. To sum up, there are so many types, but in my opinion having some kind of stacker is a must-have. My final recommendation is a Pikler climbing frame. This is the only pricey item on my list, but it's also the single best purchase we've made for our toddler. We actually got it on an Etsy shop, and it's what Ben got for his Christmas last year when he was around 16 months old. Especially during this lockdown when we have no garden, it has been key for us to help him burn energy, develop gross motor skills, strength and balance. He is able to use it in so many ways, alone as a climbing frame, climbing up and sliding down. The slide is also double-sided, so while one side is smooth, the other side has a kind of chicken ladder. He's recently learned to walk up the slide in his bare feet, and this is currently his favourite thing to do and his favourite way to use it. The different elements of the frame can be used in so many ways as well. My husband sometimes likes to attach the slide and the ladder to our bed as a mini assault course for Ben. We also use the pieces to create tunnels or even car bridges and obstacles. I actually used this in my indoor toddler activity video, which I'll make sure I link below in case you want to check that out as well. Obviously we do make sure that he's supervised at all times when he's using it. We live in a relatively small space, but it can be packed to the side quite easily, and I know this will be a key toy that's used for years to come. You can also alter the angle of the Pikler, and I deliberately made it a right angle so that it could easily fit in one of our corners. For us, the investment in an indoor climbing frame was 100% worth it. And there you have them, my 8 top toddler toy recommendations in the 12 to 24 month age range. I hope it's been useful and given you some ideas of things that your toddler might enjoy as well. If you think there's something I've missed off the list, a toddler toy which is a must-have for you, please leave me a comment below so that I can check it out as well. If you've enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of this type of content, please think about subscribing. I hope to see you again soon in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye!
Bye bye bye.